Right, I've taken the washer off, and this sensor goes in place of the washer, so you just screw it on like so and stick the spark plug in the hole and tighten it down as you would a normal spark plug. So I'll do it finger tight, and then about half a turn more, so that's finger tight. Just need to get the socket and the spanner. That's tight enough. And then we've got our cable that comes out with our plug on it. That plug plugs into the loom like so, and then all we do is dress the cable around, leave it so it's got a little bit to play with there, and then all I do is I tuck it under before the loom goes on the cowling basically. So that's in place. Need that back a bit. That one just over there. The loom in, and the HT lead will be held in as well, just about like so. But what we've got to do with this red one, you see, is we've got to wind it around. It doesn't need many windings, so we just grab it and turn you around again, curl it around. 3 or 4 turns is enough. In fact, let me go a bit further on than that. Yeah. Three, and another one, 4. Then all I did was twist it together so that it won't come undone, and slide it up to near where the cap is. Right, so you can actually tie that if you wanted to in a knot. Put that over and just in fact I will. I'm going to tighten it with a knot at the end. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4. When it goes round we got 4. I'm going to go for 1 for luck, and then what I'm going to do is just tighten that off now like so. One around the other one like so. Can actually just poke it under the rubber to hold it. I do sometimes wonder why I start these things when it's freezing cold. And I'm just going to tighten that up. You do want it on the cable, the HT lead, like so. In fact, let me undo that. And I'm just going to tighten that in a knot like so. And then poke that in for tidiness. You'll know if it's no good anyway, because you won't have the the RPM readings, but that's all you need to do. Just tidy it like that. You can put a bit of tape on that if you wanted to, but it just makes taking it apart a bit more pain in the arse. Right, so what we've got to do now is fill our oil up, and then we can start her up, see if the rebuild's been successful or not. So let's move this stuff out of the way, and I'm going to bring the camera around the other side again. Move you down again. I can start tidying up in here then. Let's move that out of the way. Right, so we're back onto this screw here, which is a filler screw. So I've got a big screwdriver, something that one. And what I use is an oil pump. The washer's still on the engine, that's no big deal. Right, let's get a rag to get any drips. And start pumping. Basically what we want to do is keep filling until oil comes out of that hole that we're filling it into there. I'll move the light so you can actually see a little bit better. It doesn't take gallons to fill this up. I think it's been worked out at 330ml, which is like a can of Coke. Still got room for more. It's a bit tedious, but you get there in the end. I'm running out of oil in the oil can. I'll just top that up. SAE 30 standard Vespa oil. Again, we're only running a standard engine, so that will do. Back on again. I'm going to have to give the can a wipe because it's everywhere as usual. Everywhere you don't want it to go, it goes. Right, jerry can tightened up. And part two. All you got to do is keep stopping every now and again. I don't think we got much more to go in there. See that dripping out? That's enough. So I put our screw back in when I get it started, of course, and the screwdriver, and just tighten that up and then just give it a wipe. And what I'd suggest you do is, if you're not starting it and running it straight away, is to put a bit of white paper down, because we've got a bleed hole here at the back on the engine, which shouldn't have any oil coming through on it. Nope. Just a tiny little hole. I'm trying to feel where it is. I think it's there. That's dry. If that starts leaking from there, your rear hub oil seal's kaput. So that bike can be started now. I know I haven't got the battery on it, but hey ho. I'm just going to pull it on the yard and see if she'll start.